shirt is both a little matchy. Both red and
Yeah,
black.
just a little bit. I love my murder husbands.
It is
Ugh.
October. It's
Oh my God, finally.
October.
And I know
God
it came
almighty.
out. Okay, I before we get into it, I've been holding my tongue on this so hard as to not to savor it for this moment. But so technically I didn't see it in October, of course, because it was out earlier. But I went and saw The Long Walk, and that movie was so freaking good. I really want to go see it again, but it was also so incredibly traumatic.
Was it?
It's bleak. There's highlights and positive moments, but I mean the premise of the trailer alone, boys sign up and get picked to go in this competition where they walk for as long as possible at a certain speed, and they get killed one by one if they don't follow certain rules, and until there's one left and they win, and that's it. So this whole movie, you're just with this group of young men and just walking and watching them build connections, watching some get murdered in the most degrading ways, the most upsetting ways. It's real bleak, it's real sad, but it reminded me a lot of Mike Flanagan projects, to be honest, because while it's incredibly sad and you are weeping because you're just so depressed as to what you're watching on the screen in front of you, but it's also you're crying because these moments are so beautiful between characters, because it is such a character driven story. Also, the one of the leads is Philip Seymour Hoffman's son.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So yeah.
Okay.
And you know what? Nepo baby that, as far as I've seen him, at least in this movie, deserves to be where he's at. You know, he's got the chops, So yeah, it was excellent. And if you can maybe try to stand it, give it a shot. But yeah, just know that you're signing up for a real tough time.
Yeah, I'll probably wait until that one is streaming to watch it at home. I do know that Him was released.
Haven't seen that yet, but I do want to. I know it's mixed reviews.
Is it?
Yeah, but also when I say mixed reviews, I'm also I haven't seen said reviews, and I have a feeling they are reviews from a certain demographic that maybe doesn't want to see football portrayed in this way. But I have heard though that I think it's Marlon Wayans, who's starring in this, is exceptional.
Yeah.
He's really stretching his acting legs in this movie and giving us more than White Chicks.
Yeah.
As great as White Chicks was.
I did see people commenting on the trailer. They're like, I rebuke this.
Oh my God. Anything that involves the devil. First we had this with The Conjuring. So yeah, anything that is involving the devil, everyone's always in the comments, oh my God, I do not claim this energy. I'm like, oh my God. In the year of 2025, we're still doing this?
Yeah.
I understand spirituality is varying, but...
You remember the chain emails? If you don't send this to 12 people, I'm going to appear under your bed tonight.
And it's we were very well aware that was fake doing it. It was a funny ha-ha thing.
Dude,
it's haha, let's just forward it along.
Think about it. We were setting emails up in 7th grade, right? To sign up, join AOL, all the chat rooms and shit. And some of them, we were like, oh my God.
For real,
I'm going to be the reason my family's house burns down if I don't send this to 12 people.
Oh my God, that's when the anxiety really started to set in, Yeah. That was one of the first flags.
Yeah. Yeah. It's not really, you don't have to really dig far back into millennials' backgrounds to figure out why we are the way we are.
That's so true. There's so many markers, so many, just too many to count.
So anyways, yeah, we're diving back into movies to kick off October. It's our spooky season.
Yeah. Hell yeah. I'm so freaking pumped. I've been dabbling, and so I started watching movies on Tubi because I was like, there's a whole catalog of things that I've never seen before on there. It's so just had no idea this many found footage movies existed. Are they good? No. Am I watching them? Yeah.
I was gonna say I feel like Christmas just came early for you.
Seriously, I'm I don't care how bad they are. I love a found footage movie. So some of them genuinely can't hold my attention, and I'm okay, pass.
Yeah.
But there have been a couple that I'll finish, and I'm that was bad. Moving on. Speaking of bad movies, me and one of my greatest friends, Kim, she was over the other night and we were like, let's watch something spooky, but like that my husband can also watch because he's not a big horror movie person. And he has his kind of genre where he fits in there. So we were like, oh, Friday the 13th, your shirt.
Perfect. Yeah.
We're like, but I'm like, well, I've seen part 1 and part 2, but I've never seen any of the sequels. And she's like, great. It's not like you have to see them in order to understand some kind of story. So she goes, well, I've never seen Jason Takes Manhattan. I'm like, that's right. I have heard about that one. Yeah. Let's watch Jason Takes Manhattan. Dude, this was the stupidest fucking movie. It was so bad. We were laughing hysterically.
Oh, I love that.
Oh my God. But it was like, at the end of the day, like, it was a fun experience because we were just having fun together. But like, terrible movie. Still a waste of our time. 100%. I would have rather watched any of the other sequels.
Yeah. But I haven't, I don't think I've watched that one.
He doesn't get to Manhattan until the last like 20 minutes of the movie.
God.
And it's like, what? But
yeah.
The kills are insane. I've never seen more women cower in a corner for like 2 full minutes before Jason is on them with a knife or whatever. And it's like, girl, I understand fight, fight, flight, or freeze, but like, come on. Yeah. 2 minutes? That's a long pause there. It was hysterical. I had a great time with it, even though it was a waste of time. But anyway.
I do love the good bad movies.
Yeah, I love a good bad movie. We'll do a ranking of those at some point or dive into, because there's so many good ones that you and I have talked about that we will be covering when the season hits.
Yeah.
If that gives anybody out there any hints whatsoever as to what that could be. But yeah, no, as you said, we're back to movies this week. Specifically, we're back to slashers. Hey!
What better way to kick off the season than lots of gore?
Lots of gore, lots of what is like, a classic genre of horror. Right up there with like exorcism and zombie movies.
Yeah.
You got slashers. Men just really enjoy sticking people with knives. Is that a representation of something sexual? Yes. So there's that little tidbit for you. That's all the true crime brain coming out of me, where it's like, oh yeah, they stabbed people because they were inept or whatever the fuck. Anyway, so yeah, slashers are insanely pivotal in like horror history, and yeah, so it mostly dealing with knives or blades, but otherwise, like, a lot of stalking is involved, like also murdering groups of peoples as well. So they don't usually it's not a one-off. It's always multiple kills. And it's not, I wouldn't say it's my favorite genre, but there's just so many classics that hold such a special place in many horror fans' hearts that it's like, you can never say, I don't know anybody that doesn't like a slasher movie. I do, as weird as that is, I do hate a blade death, though. It's like one of my least favorite ways of watching someone go is by blades, because I'm like, I just have such a phobia of like paper cuts and cutting myself with knives, and like I see people all the time in movies accidentally like chopping off their fingers when they're cutting carrots or whatever, and I'm like, I could never. So when it comes to that stuff, I'm usually super queasy, but even still, when it's done in this kind of fun way with the classics, I like them a bit more.
Well, Megan, in that case, I am proud of you for facing your fears and kicking right off.
Yeah. If I was really facing my fears, we would be reviewing E.T., and we're never going to do that.
Okay.
I'm scared of clowns, but first of all, I'm scared of E.T. I could face a clown before I face E.T.
One of Leo's costumes recently for Halloween, we got him a red hoodie, and he was obsessed with E.T. for a long time, and he had a little stuffed E.T. that he put in a basket and walked around the neighborhood with it.
No. I love that for him. I'm so glad he had a good time. I would have run the opposite direction. Like, it's so bad. Like, scrolling through a streaming service, walking through, like, they even have E.T. masks for some reason now in Spirit Halloween, and I'm like, that's rude.
Yeah, I didn't
come to Spirit Halloween to get scared like that. Okay. But yeah, I just have such a phobia of him. I find him so creepy. I feel like it's specifically the scene where they find him in the riverbed and he's like pale white
Oh,
and like
yeah.
wheezing and like just the way his neck extends. I can't. Okay, slashers. So anyway, coming off of Wikipedia here, I do want to read kind of this little bit verbatim. So critics cite psychological horror films such as Peeping Tom from 1960 and Psycho from 1960, and the Italian, oh no, my husband's gonna kill me, and the Italian Giallo films, Giallo, if I'm saying Giallo, I don't know, I'm the Spanish and Italian, I need to learn Italian, as early influences. The genre hit its peak between 1978 and 1984 in an era referred to as the golden age of slasher films. So that's kind of a summary from Wikipedia there. And what are the golden age kind of movies? Well, you've got your Black Christmas, which I actually haven't seen the original.
Yeah, I
So
haven't
I
either.
should get on that. The original Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Halloween, Friday the 13th, you know, My Bloody
Mm-hmm.
Valentine, Nightmare on Elm Street, Child's Play, Candyman, Scream, I Know What You Did Last Summer. The list goes on.
Mm-hmm.
Even though those are technically in the 90s. But either way, I think they still kind of fall into that genre of era. And yeah, golden era is the greatest. Yeah, it's a good way to golden age. Good
It
way to put
is.
it.
It is.
So yeah, what we're going to talk about today is not necessarily our favorite slasher films, but our favorite slashers themselves.
Mm-hmm.
We want to talk about our favorite characters and really kind of dive into what we enjoy about them and then see where the conversation goes from there, because who the fuck knows with us? You never know. And that's why we're unmedicated. So, would you like to start?
I will.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna lead in with a little tale. There's a legend around here, a killer buried but not dead. A curse on Crystal Lake. Who do we think?
Ooh.
A death curse. They say he died as a boy, but he keeps coming back. Few have seen him and lived. Some have even tried to stop him. No one can. People forget he's down there waiting. My number 5 is Jason Voorhees. So
What an intro. Excellent.
I did
Excellent
I did not
introduction.
yeah, I did not write that.
Either way, whoever did write that, that's great.
Yeah, my number 5 slasher is Jason for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead and share yours and then we'll
All
sporadic
right.
off.
I don't have as fancy of an intro, but he's what you would call tall, chaotic, mentally disturbed, funny, and also a little bit hot. I wish I could rank him higher, but he's just simply not as intimidating as the others. It is Stu Macher. Yes. On my right tit. He's on my right. Billy's on my left today. So yeah, my tall boy Stu Macher.
Love it. Love it. Yeah. So yeah, for mine with Jason, it just a little bit of lore for anyone that's interested. I did Google all of this and I have notes on my phone today, so I'm gonna be looking down a little bit.
Heck yeah.
There are a total of 12 Friday the 13th movies, starting from 1980 and the most recent in 2009. And for anyone that hasn't watched any of the Jason movies or will never watch, his background is actually very sad. It's very sad.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he was a
Mm-hmm.
deformed child who was drowned at Camp Crystal Lake. And
Yeah.
he witnessed a camp counselor kill his mother, Pamela, and that's where his vengeance was born. I just think that his deaths are fucking brutal and he's terrifying with a fucking machete. It's terrifying.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Like, it's been a hot minute since I've seen the originals. Like I said, the only touch point I have for this at this moment is Jason Takes Manhattan, and
Yeah.
he's covered in green sludge from the sea. Like, it's so bad. But anyway,
Now,
but no, otherwise he is very intimidating.
yeah,
He's scary as fuck.
Jack and I did, I think it was last October, we had made it a point to start watching like all of the original
Mm-hmm.
all of the like original scary movies. And we started with the very first Friday the 13th. And I do remember like all of the can't like just the way that it was shot and everything and all of the everyone decked out in their like 80s camp gear. And it was,
Yes.
I gotta say, like for the time, same with The Exorcist, for the time that it came out, I would have been fucking terrified. because going to camp was the thing in that era. That was the thing. Everyone went to summer camp. Everyone. So imagine going to see that and then going to
dude, for real. Yeah. And I mean, the inseams couldn't be higher on those boys. Oh my God. Those shorts were shorts. The booties were out. The crop tops were cut. Like, boys and girls, everyone's in crop tops. That's one thing I love about the old movies is just the wardrobe alone makes them incredible.
And under his crimes, we have mass murder, mutilation, kidnapping, stalking, mass property damage, possession, unlawful imprisonment, breaking and entering, theft, assault and battery, torture, vandalism, and I don't know if I want to say that last one.
What a list. I love that the comedic timing of that was incredible.
All right, Megan, bring your boy out. Bring your boy out.
All right, bring him out. Bring him out. So yeah, like I said, like I don't think he's as intimidating as the others that are going to come on my list. But that being said, like Matthew Lillard is tall as fuck, hot as fuck. I literally just met him and I wish I could have gotten to talk to him, but it was a real quick picture. But like if he was running at me with a knife, I would be dead. Because I would do the freeze. Fight, flight, or freeze. I would be freezing watching this tall, lanky fucking goofball running at me like that. No. Also, like, Stu toes the line of like, okay, how, like, you know, how, what am I looking for? Brutal are you, really? Like, in your kills, because obviously in the Scream movie, it's divvied up. You can kind of tell when it's Stu, when it's Billy, depending on how all of the blocking is. So Stu killed his own girlfriend. He killed Tatum. Granted, it was hands off with the garage door. Iconic kill scene.
Yeah.
It was hands off. He let the garage door do the work. But he did kill, and I, for some reason, cannot remember her name. Was it Tracy at the beginning? Is it Tracy Becker? Right? I should really know that.
Yeah, I can't remember.
But so he kills her in the beginning of the movie. He guts her and then jokes about it the next morning. You know, so there's that. That's pretty fucked up. So he is a messed up dude. However, he is ride or die, literally, for his partner. Even if Billy technically did plan to kill him in the end, he was real gullible. I relate to that. Also, look at Billy Loomis. You're telling me you wouldn't do whatever he wanted you to do if he said, I'll kiss you afterwards? Yeah, I would. And he died fighting for the love of his life, you know? First murder husbands argue with the wall.
Yep.
And that's my pitch for Stu.
I saw a clip. I don't know what event they were at, but they were kind of on a panel. The video in the room, they were just like kind of walking around. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I think they're on a
tour,
a con tour, because they were also doing a panel, but they were sitting down when I went to see them, but I didn't get to see them that day.
Well, someone in the crowd brought up, and I hope that you've seen this clip. Someone brought up in the crowd that they believe that Matthew Lillard and Billy Loomis inspired the dark romance genre.
I think I just saw that today.
And Matthew Lillard, he was like, what? And she was like, yeah, it's like books about masked men or masked characters, like stalking and chasing, and then it turns into romance. And he starts like acting like he's unbuttoning his shirt, and he's like, give me some titles. And you know what title this girl yells out?
What?
Lights Out.
Oh, why do I feel like Matthew Lillard would love Lights Out? Are you kidding? Oh my God, he would fucking love Josh.
So congrats, Nevessa Allen. Your book was recommended to Matthew Lillard as his introduction to dark romance.
I so hope he reads this.
I do too.
I sincerely hope he reads that.
Yeah, I'll send you the clip if you haven't seen it.
I did see. I don't think I got to watch it all the way through, but it did pop up on my feed. Oh my God.
And then Billy Loomis is like, y'all need therapy.
This is Skeet Ulrich, by the way.
Oh fuck. Yeah. That's how I refer to him.
he travels around as Billy Loomis, actually.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's incredible. Oh my God. Of course Skeet's the one's like, you need to go to therapy.
Yeah.
Man, so good. So that
Mhm.
was our number 5. What is your number 4?
So mine is unique. This is like a one-off, and it just made such an impression on me. It is Patrick Bateman from American Psycho.
Nice.
So
I
I know
considered him as
not,
well.
yeah, I know he's not like, it's just the one standalone. And then I know there's the idea that he's kind of his identity in American Psycho is drawn off of Norman Bates. You've got like
Mhm.
Bates Hotel. So I know it might not technically be slasher, like, obviously like Jason, but it's fucking iconic.
Oh no, I think I would put him in the slasher genre. Yeah, I mean he kills people with an axe and a chainsaw.
He does. He
Like,
does.
yeah,
And he just
and a
loves a
gun,
good,
but
yeah. He's got multiple methods.
yeah,
He just loves a good business card. Is that too much?
he knows the art of a good business card.
Is that too much to
Yeah.
ask? So, yeah. Patrick Bateman, the investment banker, businessman, and serial killer. He's got an array of talents. I mean, he wears many hats. So,
He does. He does. So my number 4 is technically a few people wrapped into one. So
ooh.
this trio really puts stalking to a new level,
Oh, I have a
and they have just stuck with me since this first movie.
mm-hmm.
And I look around my back at every creak in my apartment now, and every apartment I've been in since, because of the strangers.
Yes, I knew it. I fucking knew it.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
my god. Yes.
Yeah. Like, holy creepy Batman.
Oh my god. For real.
Everything about them terrifies the fuck out of me.
Dude, yes. And as always, we're in alignment because that they did all, like, it was very hard to not put them on my list. Because,
Mhm.
like, yeah, can we just please rail off about it? Because holy shit.
Oh, hell yeah. So these 3 sneak into your home and then stalk and pursue you for hours before killing you. Like, they go dusk till dawn stalking and preying on you. Mental torment alone places them on this list, and they haven't even pulled out a knife, you know? Like, the amount of shit that they do to fuck with you before you even see a blade in their hands. So yeah, they fuck with your head, make you so paranoid that you accidentally kill the person that's coming to help you.
Mm-hmm.
I remember that moment in the movie, spoiler, when he shoots his brother.
Oh my god, I know.
My God. And also, yeah, if you missed that, there's 3 of them. So a large man, terrifying enough, a woman, and I guess you would call her a daughter, because I guess that's what she would be credited as a daughter. And they all wear creepy fucking masks. Like the guy, the father wears a burlap sack. Mother wears some kind of, cartoony looking
like
face
a
mask.
rabbit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, the daughter's the rabbit.
Oh yeah,
The
that's
mom
right.
is like, she looks like a Betty Boop housewife kind of deal.
Yeah.
And they are such a huge factor in their creepiness. Once they've driven you insane with all of their taunts, stalking, and jump scares, they finally actually pursue you and run at you. But they don't kill you, they just knock you out. Because then you wake up tied to a chair and they take turns stabbing you to death. That my worst fucking nightmare.
And it's a slow stab.
It's slow. They savor that shit. And wrapping all of this in a tiny little bow, when you ask them, "Hey, why us? Why are you doing this?" Because you were home. No fucking thank you.
Fucked with me for a long time. It still fucks with me.
Oh yeah. Like, yeah, I know, like when we started the podcast, how my desk was flipped. A big factor, other than just wanting a more appealing background behind me, was because I was working from home alone and I could not have that door behind me. I'm like, no, I can't do that. Like,
yes. Yeah.
There could be a man with a burlap sack over his head standing in the doorway, and I wouldn't know it. And I don't like that. So,
and not to mention, I did, like, I can't remember if I read it somewhere, if it was like in an interview or something, that the inspiration for that movie was drawn off of the Manson family and when they killed Sharon Tate.
Interesting. Okay.
So
I don't know enough. I really need to I would need to do research on more detail about the Sharon Tate murder to really see the influences.
The parallel.
But okay. Yeah.
So I did think that was interesting.
Very.
Yeah, the whole way that movie, like how the sound cuts out and just
yeah, God. And it's like it's the skipping record over and over
Mhm.
again. Like, Liv Tyler, just, oh my God. And, like, just the simplicity of it. And to
Mhm.
think that it's gone and been torn to fucking shreds and repackaged as whatever the fuck this current trilogy is. I'm already hearing that reviews for the newest Strangers movie is, like, abysmal. And I'm like, yeah, I'm not surprised. The
Yeah,
last few have not been good.
Zach and I went and saw the I guess it came out last year. We did go and see it in theaters, and they left the ending up to obviously set it up for, I guess,
Mm-hmm.
like you said, it's a trilogy. So it was, it just it does not compare.
No.
It just doesn't.
Yeah. Because I guess, like, they're starting to dive into, like, the background of the strangers. And it's like, we don't need that. What made them scary is that they didn't have any motivations whatsoever. That's what makes them so terrified. Like,
Mhm.
I
Mhm.
hate when freaking production companies get their grubbly little hands all over this IP and they're just like, we could really rake this up for money. But thankfully, the OG is still extremely good. And if you haven't seen it, go watch it.
Go watch it. If you want to
All
be
right.
scared shitless, go watch it.
For real. So yeah, let's circle back and talk about
All
yours.
right.
Yeah.
So I don't really have a good theatric introduction for this one, but when I watched this movie, I guess kind of, no, I'm not going to compare it to put it in the same realm as The Strangers just because we just talked about it. But it did, like, watching this movie, it definitely pulled some, like, genuine adrenaline out of me that I hadn't experienced in a long time.
Mm-hmm.
And it's going to be Miss Maxine, played by Mia Goth in X.
Okay.
So
I have seen it. All right.
yeah. So as you know, it is an A24 filmed, and it was
Mm-hmm.
released in 2022. I don't know. I just thought, like, a female slasher. It was really good. I thought
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. It was brutal. And then I did watch Pearl, which, supposedly, like, ties in with it as
Mm-hmm.
kind of so yeah. Yeah, just want to give some homage to her.
Yeah. No, I was thinking about that. I'm like, oh yeah, girl slasher. Girls can be
Mhm.
murderers too, you know.
Mhm.
We'll do that at some point. We'll do like women murderers and
Feminine feminine rage.
ooh, oh God, don't even get me started.
Feminine rage.
Uh
It's gonna be good.
yeah. No, I saw so yeah, what came first? Was it X that came first?
X came first, and then
And
Pearl.
then Maxine? No, Pearl and then Maxine.
Well, I think X came out first, but what did it? Pearl. Well, I mean, do you want me to spoil it?
So I know I've seen whatever one came out first, the one like at the barn where it's the group of them,
That's
where it's
X.
like, okay, so that's the first one.
Has
And
Jenna
then
Ortega in it and Brittany Snow.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I think I watched the next one and I don't know. I don't there was something about it that just didn't do it for me. I
Yeah.
didn't keep my attention as much, but maybe
I
I need to give it another go.
No, I completely agree with you. Pearl focuses more on a character in X, her
Mhm.
backstory.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now that I
So
remember that.
no, I liked Pearl, but exactly like you said, if I'm
Mhm.
gonna compare the two, X is gonna do it for me all day long.
Yeah. No, for sure. I would definitely
So
agree there.
yeah.
Okay. Cool. Love to see the women rep. Love
Mhm.
that.
Mhm.
I am actually going to swap my next two because I have no idea why I put one of them over the other because it does not make any sense whatsoever. So the one that I'm going to unfortunately knock down, and you'll understand why when we get to our number two. So my
Mhm.
number three is Left Tit, Billy Loomis. Can't have I can't have one without the other, okay? The head honcho, the one who created Ghostface.
Mhm.
Obviously not
Mhm.
the costume design, it was just a random costume, but like that made
Mhm.
it the villain, the murderer. The mentally unhinged, chaotic, closeted gay king. Like, yes. I do like I just rewatched Scream as you do every like what, 6 months?
Mhm.
And I always for some reason like let it fall to the wayside or like I let it skim over or whatever for whatever reason. Billy not only murdered but raped and murdered his girlfriend's mother while they were dating.
Mhm.
Like,
Mhm.
my God.
Yeah.
So watching it kind of and and realizing that and carrying the realization throughout the entire movie makes him so much more fucked up than I ever remembered him. Because it's easy to watch it and be like, funny, haha, boy on teenage boy with his hormones, and he's like, he's a murderer and he's all hormonal, whatever. But it's like, no, it's so much worse.
It's so
He's
much,
so evil. A narcissistic ass of a teenager at that. He can't, he blames the woman that slept with his father for why his parents broke up instead of blaming his father. That tells you enough. Toxic masculinity, even in the 90s. Been around forever. And he also, as I said earlier, uses Stu as a sidekick to like help him orchestrate all of these murders and to eventually get to Sydney.
And Stu just idolizes him. He just
so much.
He
dude.
just is like yeah.
And also like rewatching it too with the more critical eye to really like, oh, I really want to make sure I focus on them and like be able to really tear this up whenever we talk about it. And it's like also just Matthew Lillard's acting when he realizes that he's like coughing up blood and he's so scared and sad when he's like, no man, I think you cut me too deep. And it's like, oh my God, like, I know that you've murdered so many people, but I also want to give you a hug. I'm so sad.
Well, because it's like, yeah, he was doing everything for him, and he's like just realized in that moment that he doesn't give a fuck about you.
Yeah. And then future spoilers for like Scream, 7? Whichever one of the newer couple. I think it was like 6 or 7.
Because we have 7 is coming out next year.
Okay, so then it was Scream 5, because that's spoilers for that. We find out that Melissa Barrera's character is the daughter of Billy. So on top of all of that, he's also cheating on Sydney and got another girl pregnant. Great. So he is just such a dick. And yeah, and Scream itself too, like breathed new life, as you might say, like into the slashers genre after being kind of dormant for a while after like that golden age that we talked about earlier. And yeah, it's he's momentous. He's attractive. My God, Skeet Ulrich. I will make sure to send you a copy of the photo that I got with them.
Please do. My God.
I stood next to Matthew Lillard because I'm like, I related to Shaggy at a very young age. Little did I know I would become a huge stoner in life as an adult. So I was like, no, I must stand next to Matthew. Yeah, from the 5-second interaction. Extremely nice guys. But yeah, so that's Billy Loomis, the fucked up man that he is, as hot as he is, though.
Beautiful delivery. Beautiful delivery.
Thank you.
Love it.
All right. So what's your number 3?
Oh, well, are we at 2? Yeah, we're at 2.
That was my number 3. So then you do your 2 and I'll do my 2. Okay.
Okay.
Did we talk about your number 3 in depth, though? What was your 3?
Not a whole lot, because I was very surface level with her, Mia Goth and X. Yeah. I will tip my hat off, though, like we were like kind of touching onto the feminine rage in that movie. I think that is what stuck out to me so much on it, that I loved so much.
Heck yeah.
So,
heck yeah. All right, so number 2 then.
Moving on to number 2, I'm going to read off this little intro. He is a severely mentally unstable and cannibalistic serial killer who wears masks that are the faces of his victims, perfectly flayed from their bodies. Cue the photo of Dwight from The Office. No, I'm just kidding.
I love that reference.
Together with his mysterious and insane family, Leatherface would hunt down any intruder who steps into their territory and would use different kinds of tools to murder them. But he mostly uses his chainsaw. So giving it up for Leatherface for number 2, because fucking come on.
Hell yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, he is one of the very early classics.
Yes. 9 films total, ranging from 1974. Again, and can you imagine like being a farmer, right?
No. Yeah. No.
And everyone was partying out in cornfields. Everyone.
Oh yeah. Right off the bat, just imagine you're in Texas.
Yeah. No.
I just personally, too hot for me.
Yeah, and then the most recent one is 2022. I didn't look to see if they're planning to do any more. I kind of hope that they don't.
Yeah, I think I watched the last one in 2022, and it was like,
and it was,
I didn't dislike it.
I was not happy with it.
Really? Okay. I thought the
Yeah.
kills were kind of cool, like on the
Yeah.
bus and stuff. Like, I
Right.
just love seeing dumbass teenagers get cut the fuck up. You know? It's just great. Like, I'm like, all right, if you're acting a fool and just being idiots out
Yeah.
here,
Mhm.
go for it.
Mhm.
Leatherface, have at 'em.
So, yeah, a little bit of lore via the villains fandom page that we have found that
Mm.
I will now be using quite frequently because this is the coolest thing ever.
Hell yeah.
So, in regards to why Leatherface wears masks made from his victims' faces, he dons masks crafted from his victims' faces, each representing a distinct personality. So, it sounds like we've got, kind of like Split, movie Split, a little bit of borderline personality disorder, maybe? The
Yeah.
choice, the choice, this is interesting. The choice of masks reflects his desired persona for the day. So I guess
Huh.
we can see that with Buffalo Bill also,
Mhm.
right? So very interesting. Very interesting.
And
Scary as shit. Scary as
I
shit.
know Leatherface was based off of, I think, 2 or 3 different serial killers. And I should
Okay.
really know their names. I'm so bad at this. I'm like, I call myself a fan of like true crime, and then I'm like, oh,
Well, this is why we're doing this is to, refresh our
flesh
yeah.
that out. Yeah. So yeah, I'm pretty sure Leatherface was based off of like 2 or 3 different serial killers, because there was one that did like skin his victims and like make
Mhm.
a. Well,
Mhm.
that's also Buffalo Bill. He was also based off of a couple of
Yeah.
different serial killers. A lot of these fictional ones are, of course, based off of real life serial killers,
I
because
was about to
back
say,
then, all that lead poisoning and shit, oh, they were
yep.
getting fucked up. They
Yep.
were fucked up.
Yeah, because let's keep in mind, everyone, that these films, like Megan just said, are based off of real serial killers.
Mm-hmm.
There was a real Texas Chainsaw serial
Yeah.
killer. So,
Mm-hmm.
you know,
Yeah.
creepy.
All the events told in the movie may all be fictional, but at least that person, that main character there,
Mm-hmm.
they came from somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. Um, that's a good choice. And
Mm.
just such a classic. Like, I can see the final shot now of him with the chainsaw.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, it's so good. I need to rewatch that so bad. That's a great choice. So my number 2 is a very mysterious man who got to murdering at a very young age, kept it in the family, wasn't seen or heard from for quite a few years. He was institutionalized only to then get out at a specific time of year and go after a certain demographic of occupation of teenagers, quote unquote babysitters. This is Michael Myers.
Woo!
We're
Let's
talking the
go!
shape. Yeah.
Let's go!
So yeah, one of 2 like real OGs on my list here.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, like much like the strangers, he is just relentless in his pursuit of anyone that he has his eyes on.
Yep.
But also pair that with like, if you're caught in his path, he'll also just fucking kill you.
Mm-hmm.
Much how you love how Jason kills, I love how Michael kills.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Like, it is always so creative, and like he leaves them in funny ass poses
I
sometimes,
know.
and like
I
he's
know.
such a drama queen, like about how he's posing people. Like, specifically, I know that the new trilogy, the later 2 movies, not as great,
Mm-hmm.
but like that first one I really enjoyed. And specifically I remember just loving the shot where it pans over and the kid's been killed and impaled on the head through his jaw to the fucking fence, and he's just like, it looks like he's just standing there like smoking or something.
Yeah.
It's so good.
So I can't remember what the title of the newest one that came out, the last one that came out
Halloween
for
ends.
Halloween ends. Okay, that
Mhm.
opening scene. So you've watched it?
Unfortunately.
So, but I thought the opening scene was so cool. Like
With the fucking firefighters? Yeah.
with the
I thought that
staircase.
was sick.
Am I thinking of the wrong one?
So the
I,
end so the end of Halloween Kills.
mm-hmm.
Oh, it's been so long. So the end.
The beginning of, I think it's the beginning of the most recent one that just came out. It's where there's like a kid that's being babysat and he gets thrown down. I sound
Oh my
horrible.
god, yes. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Yep, I know exactly what you mean.
So,
Okay, I was mixing those up. But yes,
okay.
but that wasn't
Okay.
even a kill by Michael.
No, it wasn't. It
Yeah.
wasn't. But I thought that
But it's great.
It's
Yeah. No, I was thinking of the intro to Halloween Kills where it's
Oh.
all of the firefighters coming to put out the flames of Laurie's house that's burning
Yes.
down.
Yes.
He just comes out of there with a fucking pickaxe that oh my
Mhm.
god, it was so cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, bits and pieces of those movies, really fucking cool. As a whole, those last two just completely fall apart. But
Mhm.
yeah, so there's 12 Halloween movies.
There
And
are.
Michael, he dabbles into the supernatural realm, I think. This is also another one where I haven't seen kind of like the traditional sequels after the first Halloween. Like, no, I've seen also the second Halloween. So, but any of them after that, like H2O, never seen
Mhm.
it. Heard that it's fucking bad and hilarious.
Yeah, I think I vaguely remember that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like the fact that he simply walks everywhere and yet still catches up to people terrifies me.
Horrifying.
And also, as obviously everyone knows, he gets out and goes after Laurie on Halloween. Like he that's literally on Halloween. That's why it's called Halloween. And he also, Michael has his own neurological conditions. Obviously, he, was in a mask and killed his sister
Mhm.
at the age of like 8 or something like that. I can't
Mhm.
remember the exact age. And it doesn't lead to him being a murderer, but it does make him quiet. So in addition to being quiet, he hides his face, ages like a couple of decades in an institution where he never says a word, and then just slaps on that blue jumpsuit that like just the shape. That's what he's credited as
Yeah. The
in the
jumpsuit
first
is
movie.
the jumpsuit is such an unsettling aspect because I feel like it represents like a blue collar worker, right?
Mm-hmm.
Supposed to be just such like a nonchalant,
Right.
normal outfit.
Mm-hmm.
It's unsettling.
Yeah. And also just like along with that, I just feel like it kind of puts on like a blank slate. Like
It
there's no
does.
discernible iconography or logos or personality to it. It's just that.
Mhm.
And it strips any sort of humanity that might be within him, even though, Loomis is like, he is the embodiment of evil and blah blah
Right.
blah. Yeah, he spares no one. Not pets, not kids, not elderly,
Not
not women, not men, not the gays. If you've watched the new one, he
yeah.
goes to town on a gay couple, not in the sexy way. So yeah, you pretty much just have to be Laurie Strode or one of her descendants to survive these movies. And we all just also wish that we could all be like Jamie Lee Curtis sometimes,
Do.
especially recently with that certain ad from Freaky Friday. If you know, you know.
Mhm.
So yeah, that's
More
Michael.
iconic. Yeah, really, what more iconic duo can you think? I can.
Yeah,
It's
and I
my
mean
number
that's why I
one.
had to, yeah, that's why I had to literally flip them because I'm like, no
Yeah.
way can I put Billy Loomis above Michael Myers. Like, I love you,
Mhm.
Billy. I
Mhm.
love you, but I'm
Mhm.
sorry. You're getting put up against Michael Myers. You're toast. You're gone.
Well,
Oh no! Now that I've said all that,
so mine is a little backwards because my number one is none other than the Lakewood slasher, Father Death, the Woodsboro killer, the icon of Halloween, fucking Ghostface.
hell yeah. I will say saying Ghostface very different from specifically Billy. Because
Yes,
Ghostface
yeah.
is like an entity in itself, so I'll give you that.
Yes, but when you
Yeah.
said number 5, I was like, "Oh god, here we go."
But no, this is why I think this is fun for us to do this too, because it's like we obviously can both do this for like different criteria. It's like
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
approached it as more like, who do I find more threatening and
Mhm.
scarier versus you
Mhm.
might have been like, who do I just like more? Like, who do I
Right.
just enjoy watching? So I love that
Yeah.
it's different for those reasons.
Yeah, so yeah, Ghostface is at the top for me. Always,
Hell yeah.
always will be. Like you've already covered, so you've covered everything so beautifully that I can't even
Ugh,
step to that. You worded it perfectly because the Husbands of Horror will always, always rank like number one in my heart. And just like the entire Ghostface identity, like the kills are terrifying, but then he's also got like this quirky personality a little bit throughout all.
clumsy as fuck. Clumsy as all hell. And the people under the masks are always so deranged in
Right.
the craziest ways.
Yeah, yeah, so it's always iconic for me. I just love it so much.
Hell
So,
yeah. That's a good one.
One of the names for Ghostface on the villains wiki is the dipshit in the mask. So I think that
I think that fits.
it fits.
So, my number one is a man who was a serial killer in life and haunts you at night in death. Kills their victims in their dreams. Has knives for hands. Not Edward Scissorhands. No, even though Johnny Depp is in this movie, it is Freddy Krueger.
Oh,
Freddy is like, as far as terrifying me to death, he's up there with the strangers.
yeah, for sure.
Just
for
like
sure.
the fact that in sleep is when you are most vulnerable. It's so hard to escape him. Like poor Nancy keeping herself up for days on end. Then you have to deal with the repercussions of what your brain is doing after being awake for so long. He's impossible to escape. Like there is no escape from Freddy because at the end of the day, you have to go to sleep. Otherwise, you literally go crazy and like die or kill yourself or something nuts. So yeah. And also Robert Englund has just done an incredible job of playing him throughout pretty sure all of the years. I don't know if I'm pretty sure he's played like every single Freddy. I'm fairly certain.
Yeah, I think so too.
And I know that there has been some questionable origin story movies that have been made in some of the remakes that I'm not a huge fan of. As far as, one of the remakes turned him into a pedophile in life. And I'm fairly certain that that is not in the original. He murdered kids.
Right.
100%. Still a piece of shit for murdering kids. But he did not assault them, as far as I know. So that was one change that it was like, that's indicative of, I feel like, the people making it in the time it was made. But yeah, there have been, let's see, I don't even know. It doesn't even say victims or how many movies. There's so many different just iterations. Just looking through this list, like Rachel said, this villains wiki is like incredible.
Amazing. It's amazing.
But like it literally has a whole section of 17 appearances just for parodies and homages.
Wow.
Like everything from like Robot Chicken to Danny Phantom to like Has Been Hotel. Like, what? It's
that's
crazy.
Right. I forgot about Robot Chicken. Holy shit.
Yeah, like Freddy stretches far and wide. Also one of the other, iconic origins of slashers.
And the sweater. The sweater.
The sweater, man.
I mean, come on.
Sweater weather.
Yeah.
It's beautiful sweater weather. And yeah, so Freddy's my number one slasher.
I love that. Yeah. Horrifying. Yeah. Absolutely terrifying.
Super terrifying. And so yeah, do you have any honorable mentions that you wanted to throw out before I dive into mine?
I don't know. I feel like the ones that I had, like The Strangers was one of mine. Not for the sense of being scared, but I just feel like it needs to be mentioned, is Scary Movie. I feel
hell yeah.
I feel like Scary Movie just needs to be thrown up here. I don't just,
I've been on like a mini Scary Movie rewatch. Like I've rewatched up through Scary Movie 4. Like after hearing that they're coming back, like the Wayans are coming back, Regina Hall and Anna Faris are coming back. I'm like, well, now I gotta go and rewatch all of these.
The first one is just, it embodies all of these that we just talked about. Not all of them.
Literally all of them. Most of them. They are so goddamn funny. And just like some of the references, like I don't know if you remember the intro of Scary Movie 2.
Yes. Yeah. I know.
I can't wait for the Wayans brothers to make an offensive as fuck movie and everyone is gonna freak out about it.
They are.
And I can't wait.
They are.
Because yeah, if you haven't watched any of the Scary Movie movies, I was just talking to Enzo about it, like just how just offensive and racist it gets. The whole entire, when Anna Faris goes in for the Grudge house, the Grudge scene.
I know. It's really bad.
Anyway, I can't wait for that. So I love that you brought that up. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
So my honorable mention is another man murderer. He is found in found footage horror movies. Has a very similar kind of stalking vibe and kind of taunting you on and on. But he's really mentally unwell. And he loves dressing up in a little mask as well. And I can't believe this. I'm picking Joseph from the movie Creep. Have you watched
Okay.
it?
I
Have
haven't.
you seen it?
Let me do
You
it.
need to
Let me do it. Let me
you
look
need to
them
put
up.
it on your list
Let me look them up. Creep.
because yes, this movie, so it's starring Mark Duplass, who is a comedy actor typically, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
But he's done some other serious roles as well. But it's a found footage movie, shocker. And yeah, it follows this guy Aaron who gets hired to go and film this man's kind of like a video diary for his son because he's dying of cancer, and it just kind of goes off from there.
There's a
And
picture.
I'll leave it at that.
Is there a picture of him in a wolf mask?
Yeah, that's Peach Fuzz. We love Peach Fuzz. You'll watch the movie, you'll find out who Peach Fuzz is. We love Peach Fuzz in this household.
I will watch that.
I
I
made
will watch it.
I made Erin watch it again because she's like, I couldn't get into it. It was just so fucking weird. And I was just like, yeah, I know, but try it again. And she watched it again. She's like, it's still fucking weird. And I'm like, I know. I know. The sequel, even weirder.
Oh, there's a sequel.
There is. And yeah, it's even weirder. It is so goddamn funny, but also just genuinely creepy. The jump scares are really good. It builds tension incredibly well. And so yeah, Joseph is just a fucked up fucking dude, but he is hilarious and I love him. So I had to give Joseph and Mark Duplass a shout out because I adore Creep and I love that movie so much.
Love it. I'm looking forward to watching it. So I did, between Google and the wiki, compile our kill counts for slashers.
Yeah.
So now these are all from the internet, so we're not taking credibility for it. Take it or leave it. So at the bottom we have Leatherface with 31 kills total throughout his franchises. I find that hard to believe, but that is what the data said.
Damn.
Freddy Krueger at 48. Ghostface 40 to 45 kills throughout all of, and yeah, these counts are through all of their films.
Gotcha.
Jason, it says there was 200, but then I also found conflicting information saying that Michael Myers is at number 1, but then he just has 161. So we're just kind of, so Jason and Michael are at the top. Do we expect anything less? No. No,
of course not. Because
it
literally, if you're in their way, they're gonna kill you.
Yep.
That's it.
They don't give a shit. They're not funny. They're funny and goofy like Ghostface.
No, not at all.
They're here to fuck some shit up.
Yes, they are. What a marvelous. I love slasher movies so much, man.
I do too.
I will say, when you were talking about Dwight with the mask, I was like, oh, I'm not gonna. I'm like, technically, he's doing Hannibal Lecter in that moment.
Oh yeah, he is. Fuck.
But it's all right. It's the same concept. He's putting another person's face on his face.
So for some Ghostface trivia, it was initially, the name Ghostface was initially called the Peanutty Ghost before Fun World changed the name to Ghostface. That's very interesting.
Okay.
The specific black hooded costume worn by the killer in Scream was custom made for the film. Interesting.
Okay.
These are that good.
Oh, I have a fun, well-known trivia fact from Scream. But of course, as Stu is dying on the counter, and they're like trading off and on with the phone, him and Billy, and Billy throws it at him out of frustration, and he goes, "You hit me with the fucking phone, dick!" That was not scripted because he accidentally threw it and hit him with the phone. And like, just his lines, like, "My mom and dad are gonna be so mad at me." Like, oh my god, I love him so much.
Another little fun Scream trivia fact. So the party scene near the end of the film runs 42 minutes long. It was shot over the course of 21 days, from the time the sun set to the time it rose. After it wrapped, the crew had t-shirts made that read, "I survived scene 118. The cast and crew jokingly called it the longest night in horror history. Thought that was
Yep. Cute. And they did a similar thing. I know it's not a slasher movie, but they did a similar thing with Lord of the Rings: Two Towers when they were filming the Battle of Helm's Deep, because it was all, I don't think it was all night shoots, because I think some of it ended up being day for night. But yeah, just with the relentless rain that they had to get pummeled with, and the choreography and the sets and like the action, they had similar. They had like shirts made up being like, I survived the filming of like Helm's Deep. I will say for Michael Myers, one of the funniest things that I love from the original is there's a shot where you see him in the background driving a car. He's been institutionalized since he was 6 years old. How does he know how to drive a car? Because he drives multiple cars to
He
get to
does.
Haddonfield. Like,
He
it's so funny.
does.
And it's so nonchalant. You just see him in the back, just like, they're looking for me. Here we go. It's so funny. When a Stranger Calls, that was another movie that I saw the remake.
Yeah.
I saw the remake when that came out, and that shit fucked me up because I was of babysitting age and
Oh
I
my
was doing
gosh.
that, and oh my god, it scared the
Yeah.
hell out of me. But that movie was really good. I've never seen the original, and I know that there are certain things that they changed in the remake.
Mm-hmm.
But either way, I thought the remake was really fucking good. And also another one, Cry Wolf, if you've ever seen
I haven't
that.
seen that one.
That's a Jared Padalecki movie. Like, it's a group of college kids, I think. Or they might, I can never tell if it's college or high school because back in those like early 2000s movies, they always put the kids in high school, but they had like dorm rooms.
Yeah.
And so it's like it's a private school and they live there, and it's like it's so wonky. Gave us all a very incorrect picture as to what high school was like. But yeah, they essentially play this. They meet up in like this old abandoned church at night, a group of friends, and they play Cry Wolf, where one of them is the murderer, and they have to find out who the murderer is. And as the game goes on, one by one, all the friends start dying, and it's really, really. I really enjoyed it, and I thought it was well done.
I found a trivia for The Strangers.
Oh, yeah.
This says many theaters across the United States were sent faulty reels of the movie containing sound problems, which made a few minutes to several scenes of the movie filled with nothing but static. Terrifying.
Oh, no.
Also very irritating. Most audiences did not realize the sound was a problem since the dark overtone and loud background music in some scenes made the static seem part of the movie. So that's a little bit trippy. Can you imagine like watching it and then watching it again later and being like, oh wait.
Yeah, no. I have to point out, speaking of, well, she's not the villain, but she's definitely a final girl. You're Next.
I don't know if have I seen that one? Let me look.
From 2011. It is incredible. And I don't even like know how to properly. So it's made by, have you seen, that's so weird. I just watched that movie yesterday. Have you seen like the VHS movies?
What do you mean?
Like the movies titled like VHS and then VHS 2 and whatnot. It's like a compilation. They usually have like 6 short films that are all like haunting related or like supernatural or horror.
Okay.
And they're not connected whatsoever. It's just random, and they're like from filmmakers all across the world, and they get compiled into a movie. It's really, really cool. But so the guy that directed You're Next did one of the sketches and like in one of the short films that was in one of those VHS movies that I just watched. But yeah, it's very traditional, like slasher, like home invasion kind of movie. People in masks coming in to kill you. Yeah. It is really, really, really well done. Very cool. I highly recommend it.
Yeah, I'm looking at the little clips for it.
And yeah, the final girl of that movie is badass.
Yeah, she looks like a badass.
Yeah, Erin. Fucking hell of a name. If we're talking classics, I mean, we briefly mentioned, like, I think I mentioned it earlier when I was kind of listing off a bunch of movies, but like Candyman.
Yeah.
A Moment for Tony Todd yet again.
How could I leave him out? Yeah.
I don't know how we did that. But yeah, because damn, what a movie. And honestly, the remake that just happened a few years ago, I like that. That was really good.
It's terrifying.
Yeah, it's terrifying. It's so culturally important. And I highly think we should definitely do an episode on at least the first one.
Oh, for sure.
Just because it's just so important in like horror, in culture, in history, in everything. And Tony Todd is just such an icon of horror. Rest in peace. We miss you, man.
Yeah.
And then also Child's Play. which I
Mhm.
always forget is called Child's Play, not Chucky. But like, it just reminds me of like, just thinking of Chucky because like I didn't put him on the list because like he's a fucking doll.
Right.
It just reminds me. I think we talked about. I don't know if me and you talked about her separately, but there's the woman who's been going around TikTok who said she could take Jeepers Creepers in a
Yeah.
fight.
Yes. Yeah. No, I sent you. Yes, dude. The lore is expanding. The lore, like,
He's on TikTok now. He knows who she is. People are like, girl, you better run. He knows
dude.
where you are.
And they keep, yeah, and more like now Michael's on her, Jason's on her. And it's so funny because they keep
Oh my
printing out
God.
her picture. And like someone was driving on the highway and there was like this old beat up truck driving past and they got a clip of it and they were like, Mara, he's coming for you, the creeper.
Oh no. Oh my God.
And then she made a response video, I think it was today, and she tagged all of the accounts. And she's like, she's just fucking standing on business. She's like, I ain't fucking scared of you.
I love this.
Yeah.
Oh my God. What a
Yeah.
series of events. Oh my God. Yeah, man, Jeepers Creepers. I used to love those movies, and then I found out that the director is a piece of absolute trash.
No.
Oh yeah, like the worst kind of trash that you can think of. So yeah, those movies are
Damn.
fucked up. I mean, those movies are fucked up. Director's even more fucked up. But I mean,
Yeah.
it's Jeepers Creepers. It's such a classic. Like, how can
The
you?
first one, I think that was I in 7th grade when I saw the first one? I think so. Fucking terrified me. Scared the shit out of me.
Yeah, he's first of all, he's a fucking alien.
Right.
And then it's just the pursuit just based off of like he smells one particular body part on you that he wants to consume for himself. Disgusting. And yeah, it's so creepy. And I did enjoy the sequel, I must say. Like, I know it's not quality-wise up to par with the first, but like, I thought it was cool.
It wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. I do think it's interesting that over the span of the movies, we get more and more reveal of the creature. You know, it's not so elusive.
I Know What You Did Last Summer. Another classic.
Yeah.
I haven't watched that in a while. I have obviously the new one. What is it, like a requel, or it's not a remake, but it's not a sequel, so I feel like it's a requel.
There's so many of them, aren't there?
There's a good handful. I think
a good handful of them. Yeah.
But yeah, like that original movie is just so funny, and like you bring up Scary Movie earlier, and to be quite honest, I remember the Scary Movie version of the scene better than the actual version of that scene from the original movie. It's like, oh my God, we hit a boot. Where's the foot? It kills me every time. Oh my God, it's just so goddamn funny. He's just over there like, guys, it's fine. I'm all right. It's all right. It's cool. Oh my God.
This is Gail Weathers.
Oh my God. No, her name's not Gail Weathers is the actual name. That is her name in the Scream movies.
Oh yeah.
Gail Hailstorm.
Hailstorm. Get off my foot, you fat shit.
Oh my God. I love we're gonna have to side note, we gotta do that this weekend. We need to do that.
Please.
Kenny, hold my gum. I'm not catching gum in my mouth. I draw a line. We have to. Gail Hailstorm standing outside Sidney Prescott's home. Oh my God. Hook up to feel. It was me, Gail. Oh, that movie's so funny. I adore it. So this is kind of one that I never picked up on. So in Scream, in the first one, when Billy, in the like very beginning of the movie, after and it was Casey Becker, not Tracy, it was Casey. That is the opening of Drew Barrymore. So yeah, when Billy goes and sees Sydney and he's talking about how he was watching like The Exorcist and he thought about her, he apparently makes a stabbing like motion or something with his hand. So I guess it's like a reference to him killing her. Like, The Exorcist was on, got me thinking about you because I want to kill you. It's like, oh my God. It's like, the details is just, I'm trying to think if they have his list of, I misspoke earlier. I need to correct that. It says on the Villains Wiki that Billy is actually the one to kill Tatum, not Stu. And I definitely thought it was Stu that killed her.
Yeah, I did too.
Yeah, interesting. But, because, yeah, even still, I mean, this list is missing a lot of people that got killed in those movies. So I feel like the list is not 100% complete.
Yeah.
Oh, well, there's Kenny. Apparently Stu killed Kenny. Sorry, Kenny.
For
The
Texas,
cameraman, man. The cameramen never make it out.
according to John, this is for Texas Chainsaw, to John Larroquette, his payment for doing the opening narration was a joint.
Hell yeah. Right on. So that about wraps up our kind of rankings of our favorite / most intimidating, depending on what kind of rating system we used, as far as slashers. And that was fun. I think we both had very different choices for different reasons. And that was cool. Getting a chit chat about all those. Yeah.
Good way to slice into the season.
Oh, I'm leaving. No. I fucking love a good pun. That was very well set up, very well. And as we've kind of dabbled in him already, we are going to be taking a deeper dive next week with a plot review, and we're just gonna go do our usual thing with Halloween from 1978, the OG. My man, Michael. Let's get it. But more importantly, Laurie Strode.
Yeah.
Jamie Lee Curtis. Hello.
Iconic.
Yeah, just such a memorable movie. That's not a word. Such a memorable movie. And yeah, I'm really excited to be able to watch it again with that critical eye and really pick that sucker apart. And then after that, we won't necessarily tell you what movie we're covering, but it will be another pumpkin related movie. And we'll leave that at that, If you know, you know.
So comment your favorite slasher movies. Did we cover them? Did we cover them? Do you guys have input? Do you guys have recommendations?
Do you think we're stupid or crazy? Like, what other deep dive, not deep dive, what other deep cut characters did we miss? Shout them out. We want to see them because we do check the comments now. In our last couple episodes, I haven't seen any comments. So where are you, commenters? We're looking for you now. And where are you? So we hope you have a wonderful time. We didn't even introduce the show, but for Blood, Books, and Binge Watching, I'm Megan.
And I'm Rachel.
And have a great day.